Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into two incredible stories about transformation. In one, a woman grows wings and finds her freedom. But in the other, a man literally turns into paperwork and gets swallowed by the system he works for. So let's break down how these two novels give us this powerful and very different look at what it means to change in a world that just wants to keep you in a box.
Okay, so this is the question, right? This is at the very heart of both of these novels. What actually happens when you become something the world just can't define? We've got two characters who start at this exact same point, but wow, their paths could not be more different.
And here's where it all splits. Is changing who you are a journey toward freedom, a kind of homecoming? Or is it a total bureaucratic nightmare, a trap of endless forms and files designed to just consume you?
So first up, let's meet Esperanza Samsa on her 37th birthday, and this is right on schedule according to a very strange family prophecy. She finds the first feathers sprouting from her back. Now this isn't just the start of a physical change. It is her first step into a battle with the bureaucracy that thinks it can control it.
You can almost feel her grandmother's warning just hanging in the air. This transformation, it's not going to be some private, personal thing. Nope. It's destined to become a public record, a file in some dusty cabinet. And because of that, she has to go present herself to the very ominously named Bureau of Domestic Transformations.
I mean, just look at how this bureau is imagined. This is not your local DMV, right? It is this absurd, almost dreamlike labyrinth. It's got a bizarre history, a convent, then a slaughterhouse. It's staffed by these strange figures, and you navigate its halls by following smells. This is bureaucracy cranked up to the level of magical realism.
And the process itself is just as weird as the place. The examination by this tiny inspector, Inspector Kagaan, has absolutely nothing to do with science. It's a series of bizarre, humiliating rituals. The goal here isn't to help her. It's to document, restrict, and force something totally unclassifiable into a neat little box.
And then, just when you think it's all oppressive, there's this surprising moment of connection. The inspector, the actual agent of this whole system, offers this piece of wisdom. He even reveals his own secret. His hands are covered in a fine down. And in that one instant, you can feel Esperanza's fears starting to shift toward acceptance.
So for those who want to escape the Bureau's files completely, there is one last refuge, the forest. And here, women don't just change individually, they actually merge with this collective natural existence, literally becoming part of the landscape. The Bureau knows all about it, but all it can do is create a new file and kind of pretend it doesn't see what's happening.
So instead of fighting her feathers, Esperanza just embraces them completely. Her transformation becomes so absolute that the Bureau has to invent a whole new category just for her. Transcendent. She has become something so far beyond their ability to measure that they have no choice but to let her go.
And this right here, this is the image of her ultimate liberation. She doesn't just escape the system, she finds her true home. Her transformation isn't a loss of self, it's a fusion with a living history. She's finally taking her place as a winged tree, right alongside her ancestors.
Okay, now let's pivot to a completely starkly different reality. In the world of the unclassifiable, bureaucracy isn't some weird obstacle you can just overcome. Oh no, it's a predator, and its only purpose is to consume you.
So this is where we meet Classifier K. He's an employee at a place called the Institute. And this quote, "This is the only rule that matters. The goal isn't to get anything done, not to approve or deny anything. The goal is simply to keep the process of classification going. Forever."
The entire system is built on this kind of perfect, impossible logic. It's a closed loop, and that's by design. It's a trap with no exit where every single thing you do to try and escape only tightens the snare.
And Classifier K's world just starts to unravel with a new case. The subject isn't just a woman with wings. Her wings are made of his own paperwork. Every denial, every appeal he's ever filed. She is a living, breathing archive of his own making, a mirror he can no longer look away from.
So unlike Esperanza's journey out into nature, K's transformation is a spiral inward. The bureaucracy he serves is literally consuming him. His skin turns to paper, his veins to ink. He's no longer just an employee of the Institute, he is becoming one of its documents.
This is such a powerful metaphor, and it just reveals the horrifying function of the entire system. It's not a service, it's a digestive tract. It consumes living, breathing people and reduces them to sterile, dead records in an archive.
So when we put these two fates side by side, we get a clear picture of two possible outcomes for anyone who dares to be unclassifiable. You either get fusion, or you become residue.
On Esperanza's path, you see that bureaucracy is this weird, absurd hurdle, but you can overcome it on the way to freedom. For classifier K, though, the bureaucracy is the destination. One transformation leads to becoming part of a living forest, the other leads to being reduced to a piece of paper in a dead archive.
And this leaves us with a final and I think really crucial question, one that connects these fictional worlds directly to our own.
Ultimately these stories are challenging us to think about what parts of our own identity, our own growth, our own becoming can never really be categorized or filed away or contained. What is it about us that always, inevitably, escapes the file,